I'm here at Olympic Village in Vancouver. Lots of activity here today. People out jogging, walking, riding their bikes, some parkboard staff working away behind us. And I'm noticing some people have been wearing masks like I am right now, and I would say that's a pretty smart idea. Suddenly you find yourself in a situation where physical distancing is a bit of a challenge. You can just do this and problem solved. Here, I would say physical distancing is not an issue. It's pretty easy to do, but clearly in some parts of the province right now, it's a bit of a challenge, or it's being ignored altogether. The number of COVID-19 cases continues to climb. Premier John Horgan has said enforcement is possible if this upswing continues.
When it comes to things like private parties, people flaunting the restriction on the number of faces in the smaller spaces, and so we're going to be looking hard at enforcement when it comes to situations like that.
I'm asking Vancouverites, should the province take drastic action? Should masks become mandatory?
I think masks would be a good thing. Obviously, I'm not wearing one right now, but I'm walking by myself.
I hate to be a follower, but a lot of the other provinces are starting to implement that. I don't think it's a bad idea.
There's a feeling of complacency, especially amongst obviously the younger generation.
I feel like things are probably going to swing back to the more drastic side, where we're doing lockdown again and not seeing people and closing our social circles up a bit more.
Something to consider as the pandemic continues. A recent poll from Leger found 70% of British Columbians feel we are headed for another partial lockdown. Businesses closing once again, stay-at-home orders being issued. Plus, 61% say they fear contracting COVID-19.
I think they should look at closing some of the bars and nightclubs and maybe some of the restaurants, particularly those that are unable to properly enforce social distancing. And I think that's important because we're seeing a spike in cases in British Columbia.
In Vancouver, Greg Harper, City News.